Let me tell you what I think one thing that contributes to my success is. I think it's my openness and willingness to collaborate, to lift up my community. I feel like life is about interaction, communication, and giving. You will always receive if you give. This is not always easy to do in life. We all go through our struggles and we don't always pay attention to our core values, but I think it's important to continuously check in on what's really important to you and how it shapes who you are and what you do with your life. If the world understood and embodied what I believe hospitality encompasses, I think we would live in a friendlier, more kind, more comforting world. Hospitality isn't just restaurants and bars. Hospitality is how we communicate, how we make each other feel. If we begin to shape our lives to make people feel better, we in return feel better, and the world becomes a kinder place. So let me talk about the concept of living in color. So recently, I had two major events happen in my life. One was reading this book, Unreasonable Hospitality, by one of the owners of Madison Park in New York. And it's a great book. I believe everybody should read it, whether you're in hospitality or not. But one of the stories he tells in the beginning of that book is when he interviewed a woman for a job, and he asked her, what is the difference between service and hospitality? Her answer was, service is black and white. It's the operations of doing the job, while hospitality is color. It is bringing people emotion, making people feel good, opening yourself up to be a little vulnerable, because to make someone feel good, you need to also partake in the interaction. And that really struck me. And that night, the same night of the day that I read the book, I spoke on stage for a monumental grant for my nonprofit, Food for Thought by the Sea. It's called the Impact Grant, when women donate money and it directly goes to nonprofits to impact a project that they're working on. We're working on a project with the Boys and Girls Club, and this project is to lift people up in our community, give them leadership soft skills, and to me, leadership is about living in color. It's about making people feel fulfilled, making them feel good, making them feel taken care of. And that's what we should be doing in our life. Whether we're in a restaurant working, we're in a doctor's office working, we're walking down the street, feeling joy. Spread it, give it, love it. It took me almost 60 years to have this aha moment of why I do what I do. As a child and a young adult, I lost my parents and I was not feeling good. I was scared, alone, and I couldn't ever imagine anybody feeling that way. And for me, hospitality is making people feel good so they never have to feel scared, alone, uncomforted when they're in the places that I'm creating. And the food and the atmosphere and the drinks, they're all very important. But if all those elements don't come together and we miss the mark, which we do a lot, honestly, we're people miss the mark. This is all about learning from your mistakes, growing, moving forward, and opening yourself up to be vulnerable with yourself, to understand that you're not perfect and it's okay to fork up once in a while. It's okay to have those mistakes in your life because they're the things that are going to shape you to go forward. Not the successes, but the pitfalls and the hurdles. So for me, hospitality is a constant strive to make people feel better wherever I go. And I don't always do that. And that puts some guilt on my shoulders like it does everybody. And I'm hoping through my future work of video and books that I can be a constant reminder to myself to embody my core values, which is to bring hospitality to the world.